Hello and welcome back to PVR. We are here for Season 3, Round 1, here on Tuesdays, Tier 2. Just make sure everything's sorted. Mic test. Right, that's good. So, Tuesdays is now crossplay. We've got Sergimus and JVD, the tier 2 grid with crossplay enabled now. So tier 1 and tier 2, Sunday 8 PM, Tuesday 7 PM, both crossplay now. Got a lot planned in season 3. A lot of big things happening, and we're starting off with a common thing in season 2 with Derry leading the qualifying timesheets with a 17.109. E-Moller making a return after a while with a 17.1, so he's straight in with some quick pace. War Daddy, the reigning tier 2 champion, right behind him with a 17.19. And then further back we've got JVD 17.8, Mikey on a 17.9, Bacardi on an 18.7, so I'm guessing Bacardi down. Definitely not representative times. Loki does a 17.5. Bring up the telemetry. There we go. Instead doing his compulsory medium run at the start of qualifying, it seems. So we've got Dan starting his lap now. Some decent top speed there from the Red Bull. Let's see how he takes turn 4 then. Is he cautious? No, he takes it flat out. And it's purple sector 1 with a 21.9, so Dan putting the pace down. We're halfway through the qualifying session at the moment. Marty is on an outlap. Let's see what his middle sector time is going to be then from Dan. A little bit of a rear slide there through the slow corner, and he's gone purple in sector 2 as well. Bit slow there through the penultimate corner, but Dan coming up to the line now. He's going to be running out of battery, so running pretty high down for us, but he's done a 16.7. He's absolutely smashed it. Derry now he's coming into the pits. He didn't improve. E-Moller purple middle sector. Of course, E-Moller and Dan going to be in a party chat together, discussing things like they always do. Both driving, both engineering each other at the same time. E-Moller up to the line then. What's it going to be for him? And it's a 16.77. Jumps ahead of Dan. It's on Red Bull 1-2 right now. Mikey starting a new lap. We're going to run aboard with Marty. He's got his racing line back on now, so he's going to be a completely different driver to what he was in Season 2, hopefully. Let's see where his pace puts him. So through sector 2 then, Marty looking very smooth, and he's gone purple with 51.3. So we've just had Marty go first with a 16.2. Marty on that lap, had such a smooth style to his driving, especially in this final sector. He was extremely smooth through the long sweeping corners. It's really where he gained his time on that lap. We've got Dan, who is on an out lap. So he's coming back out. War Daddy does a 16.9, so War Daddy not really showing the pace at the moment. Although P4 is great, it's not to his standard. We got Stead now, finally going for a lap on the soft tyres, so we'll ride on board with him for a bit. So Stead at the moment improving by 6 tenths nearly. Up to the line, and it's a 17.5, puts him ahead of Caricas, just behind Loki. Riccardi improving by 8 tenths, so he's on a 17.9 at the moment. Nearly loses the rear end. And Bacardi up to the line does a 17.666. That's a bad omen for him. Oh, Bacardi. And we got Caricas on a lap now, and he almost invalidated there, coming up to turn 8. What's this middle sector going to be? He's going to want a 51. He doesn't get it though, but he is 4.5 tenths up. It's going to be Caricas followed by Marty, I believe, as the next car to set a lap time. So the two McLarens first. What's it going to be for Caricas? It's not going to be pole. And it's last. Caricas is last. Marty matching first sector time. Middle sector, what's it going to be? Sends it right into the apex there. And he's now a 10.5 up. Everyone on laps now, apart from Bacardi and Caricas. Marty, is he going to extend his lead at the top? He does. It's 16-1 from Marty. We've now got a Haas of True Loki coming up to the line. And it's a 17-1 from Loki P7. We've got Stead, who improves just slightly. We got Mikey coming into the pits. We've now got Sergi Mose goes P4, JVD goes P2. Caricas again coming into the pits. We've then got Derry, who has not completed the lap. It's now the Red Bull boys. We've got Imola first. Can he take P2? Wardaddy went second. Imola goes second now. What about Dan? Comes into the pit, so Imola takes P2 from Wardaddy at the last there. Marty 4 tenths clear at the top. Good lap there from Marty, a 16.148 as the tier 2 pole time. Imola on his return gets P2 in the Red Bull. Wardaddy P3 in the Alfa Romeo. We've got JVD and P4 in the AlphaTauri. Dan P5 in the Red Bull. Sergimo's P6 in the AlphaTauri. Derry disappointing there not to be further up in the Williams P7. Loki in P8. Mikey P9. I didn't quite see P10. Stead in the Aston P10. Bacardi and Caricas are out of the top 10. Here we go then, the 5 lights are on for Tier 2 Portimao for Season 3, and we are racing. Who gets the better start? Marty with a good start away from Imola. We got Wardaddy making a move on Imola into turn 1. Imola on the inside, Wardaddy on the outside. Imola keeps P2 for now. We've got a move from Sergimo's on Dan Dan. And we got Stead spinning at the back on the mediums. But Marty holding off Imola and Wardaddy at the start there. Just bring up everything. There we go. So we got Marty and Imola on the mediums. Wardaddy getting that great start despite being on the hard tyres. He's now going to be under pressure from the 2 Apataris who are on the softs. We got Mikey, Dan Dan and Bacardi on the mediums. Bacardi admitting to running a default setup. So I'll be very surprised if he even gets points today. We got Derry right behind him on the softs. Caricas on the softs. Derry might go for a move. He is on the inside, bit of contact. He gets through, and that's going to allow Caricas to get through. Round the outside, what a move, and we got Derry! Derry's round! Oh no! The curse continues for Derry. Anyway, Imola sticking within DRS range so far of Marty. We've got JBD up to 3rd now on the softs. So Wardaddy in and Alphatari sandwich right now. Marty slowly extending the gap. If Imola wants to keep this DRS, he's going to have to use that battery. So now outside a second, Marty has pulled a second on the Imola. Sergimo's just practically pushing Wardaddy through that corner, it looked like. Wardaddy just playing the long game here. If he has to let him go, he's going to. Because in a couple laps time, those soft tyres will die. Let's go Bacardi. Well, Bacardi forgot to put a setup on. So, yeah. Not so good for that. Imola back within a second. He used the battery like I said he would, but he didn't get it at the detection. Oh, Imola didn't get the DRS at the detection point. That's going to be frustrating. He can do it, can he? Can he? He's P10 right now. Oh, a bit of a wobble there from Marty. Yeah, fake. I don't think anything can help Bacardi in this situation, apart from maybe some glitches to cause a reset. And now JVD is going to have DRS on Imola. Caricas with a 3-second time penalty already. We've got Loki going slowly. Wardaddy down to P6 now. Mikey and Sergimo's getting past. Derry with a 3-second time penalty. Derry off again, out of turn 4. Portimao is a very slippery track, even in the dry. It's extremely easy, especially that turn 4, the uphill left-hander. And that corner there, Marty almost losing it. And that's going to affect him all the way down towards turn 1. Dan getting past Wall Daddy now. Mikey with a bit of a bad exit there out of turn 3. And that's going to allow Dan to go for the move into turn 4. Not turn 4, turn 5. Does he keep it? He doesn't. Mikey with a good exit, and he's going to have the inside for the next 2 corners, but he decides to back out and lets Dan go. The gap hovering around 1.7 seconds between Imola and Marty at the moment. So the 2 AlphaTauris, both with DRS on Imola now. So they can start to recharge as Imola's pushing to try and catch up to Marty. Dan again on Mikey. Is he going to go for the move? Carrie Cass has left the session, so we'll quickly invite him. Right then. Gap out front, 2.6 now. Marty to Imola. Oh yeah, P8 going strong. Yeah. Well, Caricas has disconnected and I can't seem to invite him again. So he's just stuck in AI. Well, Wardell getting past Dan now. So the hard tyres are starting to pay dividends. But he's dropped so much time to everyone else. Going for the move on Mikey now. Inside of turn 5. Is he going to get the exit? He does. He moves up to P5. Oh, bit of a snap. Bit of a snap. That was a massive snap on the exit of turn 8, and Mikey gets back past. Oh, and Dan out of nowhere takes both of them down the straight. That's huge straight line speed there from Dan. Getting past War Daddy and Mikey. What a move. That was good stuff there from Dan. You gotta respect driving like that. Waiting for his moment and capitalising on it. And Mikey and War Daddy battling again. Zed Derry has crashed at the end of Sector 2, and that has brought out the safety car. Everyone's going to get the opportunity to pit now. This is going to affect War Daddy badly. Everyone else is going to love this, apart from War Daddy. Everyone's going to be able to go on hards till the end. War Daddy is going to have to go onto a 2-stop medium, unless he can stretch them to the end, but Portimao is a very high deg circuit, so I expect a 2-stop from War Daddy. Of course, there's another safety car after this. Everyone's just going to pit, but as things stand, War Daddy could be in a very bad position now. This brings the likes of Loki, Caricas, if Caricas is even back controlling his car, Stead and Bacardi into it. No, he still isn't. Let's see what everyone does though. Bacardi with a drive-through penalty for speeding under safety car. Oh no. Oh, Bacardi, he got back into it and he's just bottled it completely. So the safety car is in the start. We got Marty on the hards, Imola on the hards, JVD on the mediums, Sergimo's on the hards. We've got Dan on the softs. I'm guessing he's going to be trying to play the team game with Imola to hold them up. We've got Mikey on the hards, Wardaley on the mediums, Stead, Bacardi on the hards, Caricass, well, AI put them on the mediums, True Loki on the hards. Here we go then. Marty leads us off, and Imola was not caught napping there. Good reaction time from Imola. Oh, he goes a bit wider. That's going to be a warning. And Imola's going to have to really push to keep within the 1 second of Marty. He failed to do so last time. He's going to have to now. Dan gets past one AlphaTauri. True Loki on the back of Bacardi. Loki goes a bit wide. Caricass is back in. And Marty already out of a second. But Imola's burning his battery now. He's using a lot. Oh, and that's why JVD out of nowhere. Oh, super close there. And there's a tag from Dan behind. But he doesn't go past. It's good sportsmanship there from Dan. So close, JVD getting past Imola. That's why Imola's burning so much. It's just going to let Marcy get away now. Bacardi down to last. He's had a spin. So Bacardi's friend in chat, Bacardi is now 20 seconds behind everyone. Just let that sink in for a second. He will win. Something tells me he won't win. I just have this feeling that it's like near enough impossible for Bacardi to win right now. Dan up to third. At least podium place. That could happen if there's a bit of carnage, but like I said earlier, he didn't even put a setup on. So he's got no downforce. That's a Bacardi. I know it's a Bacardi mistake. It's something he would do. He forgets to do it with his old age. That's the problem. He forgets he's driving sometimes. It's when he crashes. And Imola letting Dan through that. So Dan on the softs is going to try catch up to Marty, but I feel like those softs are going to start dying any moment. 3-second time penalty for Loki. Yeah, I know you can only focus one thing at a time. Dan making some slight improvements there onto the gap with Marty. Caricas for a 3-second time penalty as well. Got True Loki instead about to go into battle. And Loki gets the move done. Oh! Caricas giving Loki a little nudge there. Gap to Marty, 1.5 seconds now. This next lap is critical for Dan. There we go, the softs are starting to die. He's just lost 2 temps in one corner to Marty. We got JVD on the back of Imola now. He's going to go for a move. And JVD inside the DRS of Dan, so this is great for him. On the mediums though, so Imola out of these 3 are actually in the best position. And there we go, Dan's softs are completely dead now. He's lost over 1.5 seconds to Marty in this one lap. And now JVD is going to get past him. This train goes all the way back to Mikey, it does. P2 to P7 in a DRS train. Here comes JVD. He backs out before turn 1. We're going to see him move up into turn 5. I think he's a bit too far back on this occasion. Here comes Stead on Loki. On the inside at turn 5. Ooh, what's going on there? I don't know if that was contact or a little glitch. But Loki stayed ahead of Stead. But that's going to have to be reviewed maybe. Dan with a 3-second penalty now. And we're going to see JVD try go for a move again. Dan's DRS is flashing and JVD's using. So JVD up into P2 now. And Imola goes straight past Dan, so good teamwork there from the 2 of them. They both know Dan Dan's softs are not going to last, so let Imola through and he nearly loses it. And now he's got to push like mad to stay in that DRS. And Imola has got DRS on JVD, so he is safe. And I feel like Dan, his goal now is just to hold back War Daddy. Imola gaining 2 tenths on that last lap to JVD in the DRS, and Dan Dan's having to pull to the side to get out of the slipstream because he's got so much more straight line speed than Imola. He doesn't want to pass him. So Imola, it's going to be difficult for Imola to pass JVD here because he's about 5 mile an hour down on the straights. Ooh, we got Caricass and Loki side by side. We've got Mikey coming into the pits now. It's a odd stop considering he's on the hard tyre. No front wing change and he's going on to the mediums. Interesting there from Mikey, see what he does. Let's see if it starts a chain effect. We got Imola slowly reeling in JVD, and Dan Dan still keeping up the pace to stay behind Imola as well, holding off War Daddy for now. And War Daddy goes wide and gets a 3-second time penalty. And I think Imola's going to go for the move here. He is. Imola back up to second, but JVD has a lot more battery than him. Let's see what sort of times Mikey puts in then, and how much he gains instead. Yeah, he's gaining quite a bit of time, Mikey is. Is it enough to catch up to his pack again? Probably not, but he can do Stead and carry Cass. Most definitely. But I don't think there's enough time for him to catch up to his leader pack, because they're definitely not going to pit, they're just going to try to get to the end. Even Dan might just try to get to the end. Here goes JVD using up his battery to get past Imola. Imola almost dropping out of DRS there, and JVD is managing his battery very well here, with everyone else quite low. Both the AlphaTauris are actually. Mikey less than 10 seconds away from Stead. And JVD has got outside the DRS range of Imola, and that is crucial. Imola's got no battery left, and Dan's defending from War Daddy. This is going to get interesting in a minute. Does Dan overtake his teammate to defend? Or can Imola find some raw pace to get back into the DRS of JVD? Mikey now only 7 seconds away. What is the other logo you see? What do you mean? What is the other logo? Are you talking about our Twitch profile picture? In front of the player names? Oh, what, on JVD and Sergi Moose? You on about the AlphaTauri drives? That's PC, because we're crossplay now. So if it was if they were on Xbox, you'd see a controller that's shaped like an Xbox controller. And obviously PC, you got the screen and the tower. And as we're talking about that, we got Dan, War Daddy, and Sergi Moose battling it out. Imola is back inside the DRS range. Mikey 5 seconds away from Stead and Caricass, who are still battling. And War Daddy is going for it on Dan. Is he finally going to get past Dan on the inside? But he's got the better tyres and he gets round the outside, heading into sector 3. War Daddy up to 4th now, so a podium hope is still there for War Daddy. Imola keeps DRS, that's crucial for him. He's going to be able to pull away from War Daddy. So anyone could finish on the podium still. Apart from Bacardi. Don't say Bacardi. Oh, Sergi Moose and Dan swap in position, so Dan's definitely just trying to bring it home now. 18 lap old softs, I do not want to think what they're like right now. They could, I reckon they punch her before the end of this race. You still believe Bacardi being 43 seconds behind the leader is going to win or be on the podium. Okay. Does Warden get DRS? He didn't get DRS, he's just outside it. We've got 3 laps to go now. No, actually 4 laps. And Imola getting closer and closer to JVD. Only takes one safety car and some stuff. Ooh, good exit there from Imola. Is he going to go for it? He sends it round the outside of JVD. And he gets a great exit. But it's not enough. Is this going to allow War Daddy to get back in this little squabble? It does. Now he's going to go for the move. He gets it done on JVD. Can he keep it? Going into turn 5. I think he will. And he needs to push like crazy now to get away from JVD because he's got the battery on him. JVD's got 25% left. Imola has got 10. Mikey now caught up to the back of Stead and Caricas. Dan's pit for fastest lap. So his tyres are definitely dead then. Has Imola done enough to keep ahead of JVD? We've got 2 laps remaining of the Portuguese Grand Prix here at Tier 2. And he's done enough to stay ahead this lap. He's got one more run through one more run down the main straight with DRS there to defend from JVD or War Daddy. And he's got to do this run again. If he can survive by at least this point next lap, he can easily keep P2. He just has to be smart with his battery. He can't use it, else he's going to be a sitting duck down that straight. He has to save it. Mikey getting past Stead and Caricas back up to P6 now. We've got War Daddy and Surge Moves. War Daddy's going to have to be inside it. But now Surge Moves is the inside. War Daddy down to 5th. Now then, both of them are going to deploy everything here. JVD with a lot more battery. Oh! And Imola gets outside DRS! No, he didn't. It's so close. But I think Imola's safe. That was a huge push there at the end from Imola. 7 tenths gained on the main straight of DRS. That is huge from JVD. Imola goes a bit deep. But so does JVD. He's made it a tight entry into turn 4. Down towards turn 5 then. Imola half a second clear. We got War Daddy half spins and he has to concede to Surge Moves. I have no idea what happened there. We'll have to wait and see after the race if that's a steward inquiry. We've got Dan instead battling. Dan going to go up to P7. He is. Gets it done. And I think if Imola can just keep it on the road, he's got P2, but we're going to jump to Marley, who takes the win in round 1 of Tier 2 by a staggering margin. The people behind him battling did not help. Marty cruises his way to victory in Portimao. Imola takes home P2, he's going to be well chuffed with that. JVD and Sergimo's the 2 Apataris with a great start for the constructors. War Daddy P5, Mikey in P6. Now we've got some penalties to deal with. Dan P7, nope, drops down to P8. Stead takes P7. Caricas in P9, Loki in P10, and our favourite driver of all coming up to the line on 22 lap old hard tyres. P11 goes to Bacardi. Almost made it. Almost. Nearly. He was so close. Bacardi is everyone's number 1. So then, Marty takes the win, followed by Imola, JVD, Sergimus, War Daddy, Mikey, Stead, Dan, Caricas, True Loki, Bacardi, and Derry was our DNF for today. Fastest lap goes to True Loki with a 1:18.495. And driver of the day I'm going to give it to Imola. Driver of the day, Imola. Drove very well, defended nicely, attacked nicely when he needed to, and ultimately that got him the P2 in the end. So Imola, driver of the day. We'll be back on Sunday for Zandvoort, I believe.